The Baltimore Ravens got some bad news from this man right here. One Jeremy Fowler, one of ESPN's lead analysts for the National Football League, lead insiders, released an article talking about a ton of trade rumors across the league. And in the beginning of the week, there were a lot of positive notes. Not so much at the end of the week. Of course, that NFL trade deadline is coming up very, very soon. It just gets closer and closer and closer. November 4th, Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time is when all trades have to be finalized. And in my opinion, I would love for Baltimore to make some type of a move, okay? Because they kind of need to. There's a lot that this team needs. Edge rusher, interior offensive line help, linebacker, interior defensive line help, cornerback depth. You have a lot of needs to satisfy, and you don't have a lot of time to do it. Speaking of something I don't have a lot of time to do, I only have to the end of the day because the boss has said I need 20 subs off today's video or else. And they just sent that in a Slack, left it at that, and I've been anxious ever since. So I need you guys to help me out. Keep me out of the boss's office, okay? Hit that subscribe button. In return, you get daily videos, all 100% free right here at the Baltimore Ravens Rundown. So that first dose of bad news, Keaton Mitchell, Baltimore Ravens running back, could be dealt sometime between now and the NFL trade deadline. Jeremy Fowler with a little bit more on Baltimore's favorite running back. Behind it, McKinnon. And here's a change of pace option. Baltimore's Keaton Mitchell. His game-changing speed, but is the odd man out in the Ravens' backfield. It's worth noting that Chargers GM Joe Hortiz, was with Baltimore when the team signed Mitchell as an undrafted free agent in 2023. So he mentions him by name as a running back he feels like could get dealt. And this would be so unbelievably frustrating if this happens. Because it has been such a frustrating season for Keaton Mitchell, if we're being honest. And it's been a frustrating season for those of us who really, really like Keaton Mitchell. Because we've had to go game after game, week after week, and we've had to guess whether he's even going to be in the lineup or not. Weeks 1 through 4, he was a healthy scratch every single one of those. And then week 5, he's active. Well, he only got 4 snaps on offense, 16 on special teams. Week 6, active again. Well, only 3 snaps on offense, 6 on special teams. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. And I get it, right? He tore his ACL a year ago. I get it if you would never have played him last year, but you kind of rushed him back. He didn't look himself, so you've given him the rest of this offseason to rehab. And what we saw during preseason, it felt like he was back to his rookie form. He was phenomenal that first game against the Indianapolis Colts. Him and Derrick Henry could be such a dynamic running back duo, but for some reason, they don't see that. And they don't even have him on the roster. It makes no sense to me. And honestly, for Keaton Mitchell, I think I'd be happy for him if he gets dealt. I think I'd be happy for him if he goes somewhere where they see how good of a football player he is. If he goes somewhere that will actually utilize him in an offense instead of either making him dress in street clothes for a game or only playing him for 9 combined snaps. 3 places I would look out for that could possibly trade for Keaton Mitchell. Number 1, the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? They are in desperate need for running back help. I mean, they're still trotting out Kareem Hunt. What is it, 2017? Number 2, Los Angeles Chargers. Like Jeremy Fowler mentioned, Hortiz is the owner out there, the general manager out there in Los Angeles. He fell in love with Keaton Mitchell the first time, and they've had some running back injuries themselves. Number 3, Arizona Cardinals. Talk about running back injuries. Both Trey Benson and James Conner. That's it. Both of them on IR. DeMarcado, the third-string running back, he's questionable to play on Sunday. Like, those 3 teams, keep an eye out on because they need some running back help. Do you want the Ravens to keep Keaton Mitchell? if you do, hit that thumbs up button and like today's video, okay? If you want the Ravens to keep him in Baltimore, like today's video. Something I know you will like for sure is if you go to chatsports.com/purple hoodie, you can get this hoodie for an unbelievable discount, okay? Unbelievable. It looks great. It feels great. And we all know winter is coming. 2 months away till winter in Baltimore. Probably what? Half a month away till it's really getting cold? You're going to need a new hoodie. And if you want to get it at a great price, go ahead. Check us out, chatsports.com/purple hoodie. I'll put that link in the comment section. Also, description of today's video. Second up for the Ravens, bad news. Jeffery Simmons, it seems like he is staying put. Unfortunately. Much to my chagrin. Okay? Jeremy Fowler with more on the defensive tackle. And the plan right now, the Titans, is to keep defensive tackle Jeffery Simmons. He's unquestionably the Titans' best player and turns 28 in July. And I'll tell you this right now. This sucks. I'm not going to lie. I know we need an edge rusher, but Jeffery Simmons, in my opinion, felt like the perfect fit in Baltimore. He was my number one target. Like, if Max Crosby was realistic, Crosby would probably be my number one target, but he wasn't realistic just because of the price of him. With Simmons, you probably would have traded a third rounder, but you'd be able to afford the cost given what you have right now in cap space. He was my number one realistic target just because I felt like he would bring some of that juice, some of that swag, some of that physicality and toughness we haven't seen all year. And he's been phenomenal. I mean, he has been such an unbelievable football player this year. 85.3 overall grade, pass rush grade of 91.3, 27 pressures, 5 sacks. And that $14.8 million cost, you'd be able to afford it. If I'm Eric DeCosta, though, I'm putting my bald cap on. I'm taking this right here. And I am calling every single day the Titans GM. And saying, hey, look, I know you're restarting things. You got a new quarterback. You got a lot of things. You're going to have a new head coach. How about you give your new head coach and new quarterback some more draft picks? How about a third? Okay? Offers on the table. What would you offer for Jeffery Simmons? You let me know down below in the comment section. Would you add in Mark Andrews? Would you offer something totally different? I don't know. I want you guys to let me know down below. The third dose of bad news. John Harbaugh's job security. It seems like even after a 1-5 start, even after what is the most disappointing Baltimore Ravens season, probably in the last decade, seems like he's probably not going anywhere. Dan Graziano with more. The fire Harbaugh chants at Baltimore's Week 6 game against the Rams are worth addressing. Anything is possible, of course. If a team continues to lose games, it's expected to win at a high rate. But at this point, I don't think John Harbaugh is in any danger of losing his job, which just sucks to hear because I want to at least know that it's something being thought about. I cannot have this front office, this organization, just be satisfied with mediocrity. And my biggest fear for Baltimore is they go 8-9. They barely miss the playoffs. They end up with like the 15th pick in the draft. But because they rattled off 7 wins in their last 11 games, John Harbaugh keeps his job. That is stuff that is in my nightmares. And I get it, right? He'd be a top head coaching candidate. I'm not arguing with that. If John Harbaugh gets fired and he's available, there will be teams lining the door to hire him. And if I'm Miami or Tennessee, like if I'm either of those teams, I'll be honest with you, I'm probably hiring them. But those teams need stability. They need something brand new. They are in absolute turmoil, very far from competing. Baltimore, in my opinion, they got so many pieces there. They just need something fresh. They just need something new. 18 years is a long time, and at some point, your message grows stale. And I think we all agree that's kind of how it feels with Baltimore and John Harbaugh. That's going to do it. We're going to get out of here. Make sure you guys follow us on social media. Follow me on social media. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/RavensTV. A subscription costs you nothing. It signs you up for nothing. And it locks you in with the best dang coverage you'll ever find of the Baltimore Ravens.